So I'll go ahead and call this public hearing to order. This is a public hearing on the reinvestment zone to discuss the reinvestment zone in the area of the city of Roma. Rose, you want to present that?
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. This morning, as required by statute, we had to post for a public hearing to give the public an opportunity to discuss or bring any concerns they may have on the Commissioners Court entering into a potential tax abatement agreement with Las Americas, for Las Americas, and this first step requires a reinvestment zone. This reinvestment zones we've done every time we're going to enter an agreement, and basically what it does is it designates an area that qualifies for you to enter into abatement. This one particularly is about 300 acres. Even though there's only a smaller portion that's been developed now, we're opening up the entire 3 acres or 300 acres so that in the future, if there's any need to do anything, they don't have to come back. Although they do expire after 5 years, so in 5 years, it would have to be renewed. But it is a statutory mandate to allow any project in there potentially to ask for an abatement agreement. And at this point, we will be in the future looking at one, and that's going to be the next step to moving abatements now into a potential industrial site versus most of the solar and commercial that we've been doing already.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Is this similar to the terrace?
No, sir. This particular one only allows for incentives to be provided on a reinvestment zone. On the TERS, it is a tax reinvestment. So this particular park will now have both designations. So it'll allow for incentives to be provided, which is what the abatement is going to do, and the TERS will allow for any tax dollars being generated there to be reinvested in infrastructure or projects in the area that's designated.
The abatements, those, whenever any business or anything comes in, those still have to be negotiated, right?
Yes, the abatements will all be done individually in the future if necessary, but the TERS doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get an abatement. It just means that, for example, if I'm paying $100 of taxes, right, and I have a business there, 50 of those dollars go into the general tax, and then 50 of those dollars will go into the reinvestment zone, which in the future the collective TERS board, which the county has 2 members in, will decide where those dollars are invested. It takes a while for that zone to actually create a fund that allows them to do it, but already there has been one grant that has been awarded to the TERS because of its existence to do infrastructure improvements on some roadways without any dollars. But no, any potential future abatement agreement has to come to the court for its approval and consideration.
And this is a public hearing, so any questions, any concerns that anyone has, certainly you all are very welcome to stay.
I will also point out, Judge, and right now when we were having the conversation, I just realized there are a couple of updates on the abatement side that we'll have to talk in executive session potentially for just a couple of minutes because there were some questions and we got clarification on them already.
Okay. Any comments, questions? If not, I guess we'll conclude the public hearing and we'll go on to our regular scheduled meeting. Thank you, Rose. It is now 10:04 and we're now I'll call the regular Commissioners Court meeting to order. So I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. This is a regular Commissioners Court meeting, Monday, December 8th. Let the record show we do have quorum, everyone being present. I'd like to welcome everyone and thank y'all for being here. If y'all would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any public comments? Ms. Guerra? Okay. Do we have any, yes?
To approve, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve minutes. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is the vendors list. Miscellaneous.
Motion to approve, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And the claims.
This will move, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. If it's all right with the court, let me go ahead. I don't know if Ms. Benavides has anything to do, but let's move on to her items, which would be item number 15. And this requires public action, and this is to adopt a resolution designating the Americas Reinvestment Zone for Rose.
Yes, sir. Good morning. As we discussed in the public hearing earlier, this item requires court action in order to designate the Los Americas Reinvestment Zone, which is going to be approximately about 300 acres on FM 650, and it is currently housed to Los Americas Industrial Park, and there's expected other development. And so we went ahead and instead of just taking the current developed area, took it in its entirety so that there was ample time to not have to come back to the court every time that possibly a phase was added in there. And what this action will do, it will simply qualify that area for any future abatement agreements if anyone comes forth asking for the assistance.
Motion to approve, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 16 is related to that also, and this is for the agreement with the City of Roma.
Yes, sir. Simply, this particular item is for the authorization to begin the negotiations with Roma 210 Logistics for an abatement agreement. This will actually be the first abatement agreement that is being requested in the area that we're creating.
This will move, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And item 17, you want to discuss that now, or?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Item 17 is a resolution in order. Ms. Guerra has a copy of this for your signature if it is approved. This item has gone back and forth for about 6 months regarding a road use agreement for one of the most current Diamondback Solar has multiple energy projects in off of 755 in the Las Brisas road area, and actually goes all the way to 2360 almost in the area where they're going to develop. And so what we did differently on this road use agreement was ensure that they brought the roads up to specs in order for them to be used for the heavy equipment, because what had happened in the past is we were only asking them to leave them how they were before they started. So in between the construction, it was creating some significant concerns for citizens and for just about anybody that was going through those roadways, because they are heavy machinery and actual personal property that are being moved. And so now we're asking them to upgrade the roads in a way where there's limited damage and then keep them up to par while they're doing construction, and then at the final completion of their construction, that they go back and leave the road the way those upgrades were prior to them starting. It was a discussion the commission had with us, I think after we experienced some delays with some of the work that needed to get done, and we also added some repercussions and penalties if the companies didn't do it in a timely basis. And all of those have been reviewed by Mr. Montalvo and by counsel for the company, and there was agreement on their part to obviously do that for any project that they're involved in, and we'll be using these road use agreements for any other project moving forward.
Is there a motion to approve the agreement?
Motion to approve, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? Okay, we have our attorneys from Linebarger. Jimmy, you want to go ahead? I think that's item number 8.
That's correct, Judge. Item number 8 on the agenda.
Okay.
Good morning, Judge. For the record, Jimmy Gonzalez. I'm here to present on our delinquent tax collection report for the period of October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025. I don't know if the court has the packet in front of you or not, but I'll just give you a quick rundown. What we did this past year, we issued out 6 mailings, over 44,000 statements to your taxpayers, made over 12,000 calls. When that doesn't work, we actually initiated over 222 site visits where we go to your taxpayers, knock on their door, talk with them with the goal of entering into a payment agreement. That resulted in 174 payment agreements and 64 payoff requests. When all that doesn't work and there's no contact, we go to the next step, which is litigation. We filed over 200 lawsuits this past year, disposed of 166 cases, and disposed, that means that they disposed through payoffs. So even after we file a lawsuit and a taxpayer is served, our goal is still to initiate a payment plan so we can pay off the taxes and not move to judgment. So we collected over, this not for the past year, over $600,000 in payoffs. We were able to dispose of those cases as paid dispositions. We took over 120 judgments. Those are cases that did not finish paying off. We have over $6 million pending litigation. Those cases are because they're still pending with payments, payment agreements, and we're still going forward through title research and getting proper property descriptions to take judgment and if necessary, sale. So what did we do last year as far as sales goes? We sold, we placed for sale over 58 properties, bringing in around $129,000. For 2026, we have 3 scheduled tax sales, one in March, one in July, and one in September of 2026. And if any of the community is wishing to look at those properties and potentially come out to bid on them, they're available on our website, www.lgbs.com, where we'll have property descriptions and actually Google Maps and photos, so they can look to see what we're putting up for sale to see if they want to come out and bid on those properties. What did we collect last year? I'm very proud to announce that we had a great collection year this year, compared to last year. This year we collected $3.8 million. Last year, $2.9 million. So roughly $835,000 we collected this year over last year. And that's always our goal, to beat our last year's projections. And we did that. I'm very proud of our team for doing that. I'm the face you see today, but we have upwards of 15 to 20 people working every day on the Starr County account to get collections in. I'm very proud to announce of all the properties we put for sale, there was not one homestead property put for sale. It was directive that the commissioners and the judge gave me when I first started taking this account, not to displace families if we didn't have to absolutely have to do that. None of the properties we sold were homestead properties. They were mainly abandoned or commercial lots, vacant lots, and that's what we're attacking to try to help out the county. That's all I have. Are there any questions for me?
Any questions, comments? Well, Jimmy, certainly we appreciate the effort that you all do. I know what you collect is a major part of our budget, so it means a lot that you all collect that kind of money. And at the same time, we have to be conscious about our taxpayers, that they, like you said, we certainly don't want people losing their homes unless we absolutely have to.
And I appreciate it, Judge.
Very well, as far as that's concerned.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners. I know you put the trust in myself and my firm for many years, and we'll continue to do everything we can to collect compassionately on behalf of the county. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else that needs to come before the court at this time? If not, we'll go back to our regular agenda, and we'll start with our reports. Ms. Salinas, I don't see her office here, so Mr. Gonzalez, clerk.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My report's in front of you. This is for the month of November 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2025. I'm just going to kind of highlight a couple of them. Our vitals prevention fee collected $102. Our records management collected $5,588. Copies was $1,318.50. Our records archive fee collected $5,431. And total due to the treasurer for the month of November was $31,336 with 35 cents. We've been pretty consistent, Judge, for the year. Any questions, comments?
Any questions or comments?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. You know, if I may, I'll go back to our tax collectors, and she did leave the report. It's in your packet. I guess y'all can look at it at your leisure, and if you have any questions, I guess call her office. Sheriff's office.
So, Judge, Commissioners, good morning. The report for for December, the total revenues are $424,466. We have a count for federal inmates of 156 and 65 Hidalgo and 69 of our own. The monthly average count for federal inmates was 147 and Hidalgo was 172. We collected almost 3,000 more than what we did this time last year.
Yeah, the numbers certainly are looking really good. Hopefully, they can stay there.
Yes, sir.
But any questions, comments? Thank you, Chief.
All right, thank you.
International Bridge.
Good morning. This is the report for November 2025. The total revenue from traffic is $280,335, and we show an increase of $10,759 for the month of November 2024 compared to the month of November 2025. And we show a decrease of $6,522 on collections for the month of November 2025 compared to the month of October 2025. We have no currency exchange excess for this month of November, and the grand total collections for November is $280,335. Do you have any questions?
Comments? Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Treasurer, Ms. Gonzalez.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. This is my report for the month of November 2025. Please follow along with me. The ending balance for the general fund is at $2,188,755 with 67 cents. The ending balance for the road and bridge is at $1,169,547 with 34 cents. The enterprise funds, the ending balance is at $1,950,341 with 97 cents. The drainage district ending balance is at $4,221,602 with 44 cents. The INS funds, they are at $2,012,194 with 88 cents, which brings the grand total ending balance of all funds to $11,542,442 with 30 cents. That is my report. Questions, comments?
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. County Auditor, Ms. Alanis. Okay, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to table the auditor's report and approve the other as presented.
Motion to table and approve. Second.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item number 9. It's, I guess, that time of year for fireworks, and we do have the same item that we always have on fireworks. and that's to prohibit the aerial fireworks in the county. It's up to y'all if y'all want to do it. I think it's needed. You know, we do have everything. The grass is dry, and they just create a problem for fires.
Motion to approve.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the calendar, and I believe you all have a copy of the calendar in your packet. This is pretty much the same as last year's, and it follows Hidalgo's calendar, with the exception of we have the election day holiday. Hidalgo doesn't. They use their other facilities. We use the courthouse and the annex, so that's the reason we close that day. Other than that, it's pretty much the same as what we've had before.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Let's see, what do I say? Item 11 is the burn ban. That has expired, so
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion to approve it, and second. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 12 is an action item. Well, I guess we can take 12 and 13 together. These is to approve the PO. One is for the pecan pies that we give our employees at Christmas, and the other one is for the dinner or luncheon that we give them also for the employees.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and second for item 12 and 13. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 14 is an action item, and this is final approval on North Eagle subdivision.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Items 19 through 25 are budget amendments.
18.
18 through 25.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And it is now 10:33, and pursuant to section 551.087 and 551.074, we will go into executive session to discuss economic development negotiations and order of salaries. I guess, Rose left? Okay. Okay, well, she might have gone out to the hallway. Can you check, and we'll go into executive session, bring her in first. Bert and Mr. Montalvo, can you all go into executive session with us? You ready, Rick? Bert? It's 11:30 and we're back in open session. We had two items that we discussed in executive session. One of them was economic development negotiation. That was just informational, so no actions needed on that. And the other one was order of salaries.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I go to move, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.